I've had this voice in my head since I was a young kid. So what trained me was that voice. And I'm not going to go God on you right now, because I don't care if people believe in God or not. That's not my place. I'm not here to judge you. You have your own life and your own things to deal with. This voice in my head guided me to the spot where I'm at today. And if you don't believe that you're here for a reason, your life will seriously hurt. And I start looking at my life and all the shit I went through as God put me, some God, whatever you believe in, put me here to go through this. And now I see all the hundreds of thousands of lives I'm changing by the hell I went through. There's a lot of power in that. So my purpose, as I started going through this journey, instead of looking at like, woe is me, God, man, why the fuck, man, why? I started looking at it as, it's the perfect training ground. You knew exactly what you were doing. You knew exactly what the fuck you were doing, obviously. You put me in every situation possible to tell a story that needed to be told.
Yeah, looking back, it's like every domino is lined up perfectly to create the person that I'm sitting across from right now. And also, you took advantage, you leveraged all of those opportunities to be that best version of yourself.
Mm-hmm. I did. As afraid of that, I mean, it was a very scary road. A guy who was afraid of a lot of things, to then find power in fear, to find power in overcoming fear, and to get to where I'm at today, where there's very few things I'm really afraid of because I know how to control it. I know how to manage it. I know how to work it to my advantage now. It's something else, man. So I really challenge people to really do a live autopsy on your brain. And the reason why I talk about my childhood so much in this, because I don't want you to put a title on me. Because once you title me as a freak, you now put yourself in a position where you can be very comfortable in saying, it's just not possible for me.
Yeah, that's so important, because you have done so many crazy things. It's very easy to just say, well, he's a crazy outlier.
That's it. That's it. He's that guy. He's that special guy. Nope. And that's the thing that makes me so pissed off in this world, man. The only thing that gets me mad nowadays is that so many people die with untapped potential because they think that someone else is fucking better than them. And they were born, you know, not with the greatest tools. You don't need shit. You need the ability to fucking grind your ass into a fine fucking powder. And when you're in that fine powder, find a way to build that motherfucker back up repeatedly. And it's possible.
Yeah. For you, what I love is that you go out on these crazy training excursions and it's just a pair of running shoes and shorts.
Alone.
That's it, man. You don't have any crazy gear.
Nope.
Any sponsored bullshit or anything like that.
Nope.
It's just at its most purest form.
I found a lot in that, man. Always. It has to be pure, man. Like, I don't want people, like, the reason I don't post, hey, post what you're doing today. No, man, this is my time. I want you fucking know what I'm doing today. This is my time. This is my growth factor.
But
man.
I think it creates a lot of demand, because when you do drop that bomb once a week or whatever
I'll drop
that
something
video,
on you.
it's
I'll
like,
let you know
holy
what's
shit,
up.
I'll look at it and I'll be like, damn, man, that thing's got like 200,000 views. You posted it like an hour ago.
Hey, man, I let somebody know what's going on every now and then. You know, it's all about giving back and training. But I'm still learning. I'm not Yoda yet.
What do you still need to learn? And what are you still afraid of?
Honestly, my biggest fear to this day is, and I say it a lot, and it's going to heaven and being judged by God. And, you know, I believe that God knows everything about you. From the time you're born, when you're going to be born, when you're going to die, when you're going to graduate, buzz, whatever's going to happen to you, he knows all this shit. Some people never do what God knows you're capable of doing because you know we have choices. My biggest fear in life was to get to heaven and God look at me as I'm being judged, and I was some fat 300-pound guy like I used to be that still sprayed for cockroaches with you know, that's okay. It's what you want to do. I didn't want to do that, and I made $1,000, you know, a month, and I got to heaven and God laid out this chart in front of me, and he said, hey man, look at this chart, and it had my name on top and all this amazing shit. And I'm like, that's not me, man. He goes, that's who you were supposed to be.
Don't get discipline from your parents. You don't get discipline from your parents, from your grandparents, from your older brothers and sisters. You don't get discipline from an external source. You have to get it from you. That's what self-discipline is. You get it from yourself. You get it from you.
What I'd like for you to do right now, I want you to think about your dream, because I'm in a room full of dreamers. Think about your dream right now. I want you to think about it and envision it. I do not believe that any of us have dreams that were not given to us for the purpose of accomplishing those particular dreams. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. But here's what I know, that dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible. See, sometimes we can't say, I can do that. But what we can say, that it's possible that I can have my dream as we run toward it, as we work on it day in and day out. These are not risk takers. Most people have done all that they're ever going to do. They raise a family, they earn a living, and then they die. But people who are running toward their dreams, life has a special kind of meaning. That in the process of working on your dreams, you are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain, a lot of setbacks, a lot of defeats. But in the process of doing that, you will discover some things about yourself that you don't know right now. What you will realize is that you have greatness within you. What you'll realize is that you're more powerful than you can ever begin to imagine. What you will realize is that you're greater than your circumstances, that you don't have to go through life being a victim.
The solution to your problem is not going to be found in the problem. It's not going to be found in there. You have to get out of the problem so that you can look at it, make an assessment, and you can assess how to solve the problem or whether you need to solve the problem or not. And then occasionally you go, okay, this is something I need to contend with. This is something I need to deal with. This is something I need to shape or adjust or move or solve, to use your word. Problems, you have to get in there, but if you take a step back, you can usually say, oh, a little adjustment here, a little adjustment there, and that thing's going to sort itself out. So detachment is a superpower.